Whoa, you can't just come walking in here like that. Phew, threw me off guard, gotta say. You're looking good today. Oh, yeah, sure. I figured that's what you wanted to talk about, so yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go over the seasonal rewards out of the seasonal tower. It looks like there is 11 of them, starting from level 30 all the way up to 80, with the last one being Kenshi. I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in and take a look at some of these skins. The seasonal tower is now in the towers mode, or you can also access it by going into invasions and clicking on the towers mode, which is where the gateway mesa used to be. Now, completing this seasonal tower for the first time will give you the reward of Scorpion this season. In all honesty, for a first reward, I don't think this is a bad skin. I think it's decent. Of course, I don't think it's over the top, and this isn't a skin that I would want to see later on as a seasonal reward, because I don't think it deserves to be higher up, but nonetheless, I do think that it is good. I do want to share for those new here that I do go over all the skins in order. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I like to know what you guys think of it as well. I also did this last season with Johnny Cage being the reward at the end of the seasonal tower. I got that one myself, and I'm pretty excited that I have it. Now, I don't use it because I really don't play Johnny, but that's a story for another time. Let's look at the next skin. The next seasonal skin comes after completing floor 35. Thus, the reward is Sub-Zero. Now, the colors for most characters on this, I wouldn't mind, the red and black. I do like it. However, I feel like some of you might want to throw tomatoes at me because I'm not really big on Sub-Zero being in different colors outside of his blues or turquoise or some kind of resemblance closer to blue. I do think there are some exceptions for different colors for Sub-Zero. It just really depends on what colors and how they go together. But is it one I would use? It's not. But I will admit that it's not a bad looking skin, just not my preference. Now, if you've made it to floor 40, you're obviously starting to show some commitment, you're getting some grinding on the seasonal tower, and your next reward is going to be Liu Kang. A lot of these colors are similar to last season's, that is the red and black. I do like the scheme going together, but out of all Liu Kang skins that are now available, I don't really feel like this is a good seasonal tower reward. I think this would be a better looking skin if it was more of like a mortal Liu Kang rather than the demigod we have. It's not a bad skin, but I do have to say for a seasonal tower reward, it is bland. Not a big fan of it, and moving on next. Next up we have Johnny Cage in another dark and red outfit. It looks like this is the theme for the seasonal tower, at least for the most part, and with a majority of these skins so far being the Union of Light. I don't think this skin looks bad. Similar to Liu Kang's, I think a seasonal tower reward does deserve better. There should be more details on this skin. Some Johnny Cage mains may disagree and like the minimalist approach on this, but there's a lot of detail that can be added to a regular skin. Similar to the Free Friday Scorpion skin we got, it's just the new era skin with a lot of added detail to it that really made a lot happen for it in my opinion. I can't say I'm a big fan of this one either, but I do prefer it more than Liu Kang's. Now, those of you who enjoy Kitana may like this next skin at Season Tower level 50. And this next one's more like a dark gray, bronze, red, of course, similar to the others. And I think some Kitana players out there may enjoy this skin, just because it is that much different than the rest of her skins. And Kitana is one of those players for me, definitely speaking with bias. I think every single one of her skins look good. There might be one where I'm a little iffy on, but for the most part, she looks fantastic in most of her skins. And I'm not trying to take away from Kitana, but colors do mean a lot to me in Mortal Kombat. They really do help to identify a lot of our characters, and I can't help but see some Scarlet in this. And whether it be a main character on the roster or a cameo, I would love to see Scarlet, and this palette and skin does give me a little bit of a tease of that. But I don't want to get too carried away. This isn't a bad looking palette. However, I do think most of these are underwhelming considering how far you have to grind up this tower. Next up at 55, we have Sindel. I think this one's kind of strange for Sindel, and I think in general the Union of Light are some of my least favorite skins on most characters, so this does make it a little harder for me to grade some of these palettes on. I think the palette colors could be applied to different characters and really make them look great, like Baraka, Shao, Reiko, Kenshi, but the way I see it is all characters need this chance to try these same colors out as well. At least it seems that's the direction this game's been going in, right? So I do have to be fair in that sense. Would I personally grind all the way to floor 55 for this Sindel palette? I wouldn't. In instances like this, I think they could have added a little more detail, or even make it pop a little more. I know that's not always necessary, but this is a lot of work in the seasonal tower for a palette that I find to be underwhelming. Also, if I'm speaking about one of your characters and you don't like one of my takes, it's okay to disagree. This is one of the seasons so far. I feel like they could have done better in the seasonal tower, but let's see if they turn it around. And I'm not out for blood if we don't have the same take and you don't like it.
We'll take it out in Havik Citadel.
Genuinely, I'm curious what you all think of these skins so far, but let's see if they get better. Alright, next up we have Havik, and I'm gonna be honest, I like this skin. I think it looks really good. I think it's good they broke away from that color scheme for this one. Although I do think it would have fit right with Havik, I think it's pretty cool that they added the extra detail of making Havik's eyes glow. I think they should have had more skins like this in the seasonal tower. So this one is all the way up at floor 60. By making it this far and getting this one, if I were a Havik player and got this, I'd be satisfied with it. I think this is a great looking skin. Actually, so far it's the best skin I've seen in the seasonal tower yet. 10 out of 10, it's a good Havik skin. I got a couple things to say about this next skin. The next reward we're looking at is floor 65, and that is Raiden. After you complete this tower floor, you're gonna get this Raiden skin, and honestly, this looks amazing. It's kinda hard to tell, it almost looks like the old Raiden, but I don't think it is. I think it's the outfit of the old Raiden. However, this is a good callback skin. It's the white and blue that we've seen Raiden in many games. There is a little bit of the gold trim that's going on with Season 8's theme. It's not overdone by any means. This skin is perfect. As a Raiden player, if this was in the tower and Raiden was my main, this would be worth grinding that far up for me to get this skin for Raiden, because it looks like a classic Raiden skin. It's very well done. Now I'm torn between Havik and Raiden, which one I prefer the most out of the two. They're both phenomenal. If you think they're both great looking skins and you think one looks better than the other, definitely let me know what you think. Actually, because this is more of a callback to the classic Raiden while honoring the theme, and Havik looks good, but he's not so much of a callback, I'm gonna pick Raiden out of the two, but I do love both of the skins a lot. Alright, we're officially down to the last three. That means if you've made it this far, you've done really well. This is floor level 70. If you complete it, you're gonna get this General Shao skin. Personally, this is my least favorite for General Shao and his skins, but I don't think the color is too bad. Is it one I would use? No, just because I don't use this skin at all. But if I did use this skin, I would like to see like a white and gold trim similar to this season on this skin, or I might use this one here. And coming hot off the last two skins we just had with Havik and Raiden, this one doesn't stand a chance. It's an okay skin, it's just not one for me. Now Shao Kahn aside, meaning no deception skin, I thought I would share that this is my favorite General Shao skin. Two more skins to go. At floor 75, right before the last skin you can earn, is Ermac. And I think this is a really good skin. Like I said earlier, I normally don't like the colors of the ninjas or most characters outside or too far away from themselves unless it looks unique or different enough for me to enjoy it. And this is a good example of that. This is far away from a red Ermac, but I still think this looks like a really cool design and I enjoy it. I'd like to see how this skin looks with the UMK3 helmet. I don't think it's the best Ermac skin, but I don't think it's bad by any means. I think it's a good skin, decent reward. Moving on to the last skin of the seasonal tower. And here we are everyone, floor 80. After completing this floor, you will get the Wushi Academy Kenshi skin. So now we've had Wushi Kung Lao, Wushi Johnny Cage, and Wushi Kenshi this season now. The other two were from prior seasons. Do I think this is a great looking skin? Well, first let me say I really enjoy the Wushi skin, but there might be some controversy for me within this one. In the image, Kenshi is wearing a blindfold. Now when Kenshi was in story mode wearing his Wushi outfit, he wasn't wearing a blindfold because he wasn't blind yet and he was in this outfit. I would like to see Kenshi without the blindfold in this outfit to represent the Kenshi that we got to play as in the story mode. The red from the blindfold kind of throws off from the palette for me, and I know that sounds very nitpicky, but Kenshi's gear pieces are Sento. It's a sword. So is this how Kenshi's really going to look when we unlock him? Is he going to have the blindfold on around his Wushi Academy palette? I haven't unlocked it yet. If someone does before me, please let me know. Of course, I'll still like this skin if it has a blindfold, but I was hoping to get it without it. Nonetheless, I'll be very happy with this skin either way, and genuinely, if you unlock all these skins, congratulations. Now me personally, I'm looking into jumping into these towers a time and seeing how far I can make it up. If you'd like to see me do a video on this, let me know. Please do like and subscribe to support this channel. I recognize it across my previous videos, and I want to give a serious thank you. It does mean a lot. Much love everyone. Take care.